Today we talk about cultural diplomacy, and this is one of the things CBAAC is setting out to do. Let's get into that and tell us just how you're progressing with this and what it entails and what the possible outcomes.
Okay, so our culture travels ahead of us. The world knows us based on our films, our music, our food. Remember when there was the Jollof Wars? Everybody was talking about it. Some people had never tasted it in their life, but it became a huge topic, and that is part of our culture. The same with our film, the same with our music. So our culture precedes us. Sometimes when you go to a space and they've heard about you, you walk in, it becomes like a topic of discussion. Immediately, I'm Nigerian. The first thing they'll say is, oh, football, right? Food, music, film, because they've gotten it ahead of us. And that's basically what cultural diplomacy is. But we are being extra deliberate. You look at China, for example, they have Chinatowns globally. And what that has done is anywhere you know you want to get Chinese food or Chinese products, you know you can get that in Chinatown. Korea is moving. You look at Turkey when it comes to food. Turkey, the Turkish food is moving and it's becoming a form of receiving and building on their own economy. It goes back home and it also creates jobs for their diaspora. The same with Lebanese food, the same with Italian food. I don't see why Nigeria cannot be everywhere or all the different African aspects. We get restaurants and it's African, right? But we have the different forms within Africa. So what we believe is that the world needs to understand us. We have been shut out, and if we're able to connect culturally, I started this job last year, and within the last year, we've had diplomatic missions where we go to learn about other people's cultures and they come to Nigeria. So I give examples: Bulgaria, China, South Africa, the US, UK, Serbia, so we can keep going on the list of people. At CBAAC right now, we have had meetings with 26 Francophone and Lusophone ambassadors. We believe in Nigeria, Africa today, we have a lot of issues. And if we can culturally connect initially, we can say, okay, we're friends. Why don't we sit down and fix these issues? Whether it's peace and security issues, if we come together culturally, we can see ourselves as, we can call ourselves siblings. We can realize that we have a lot of things in common. So, for example, we have an exhibition called Our Shared Heritage. And our shared heritage has, for example, drums from Cuba that look like the ones we have here. We have calabashes from Australia that looks like what we have here. We have architectural designs, the old school made out of mud and toothpick designs within our archive that showcase the beauty of sustainable African architecture that was made for our climate. And then we see the interconnection between the two. So what cultural diplomacy does for us is it opens up the door for conversation. It opens up the door for people to be intrigued. We can't just only focus on finance and politics. And that is why we have diplomatic missions. That is why almost every embassy in Nigeria has a cultural institution attached to it where people can come to learn their languages, people can come to learn about their culture, right? And we believe Africa should be able to do the same.